Good morning, everybody, and this is your Euro USD setups for today. So diversions was yesterday. Today we've got a bit of a rejection bar, or should we say yesterday we had a bit of a rejection bar here of the 155. Now this is where it starts getting really interesting. So this weekly level of 107253 is my line in the sand. So I need to see us to drop below that before we start looking for any move to the downside. Right now, this is still confusion. You can see sellers and buyers coming in around this area. We do have another level which I think is of interest, which is this previous high of a week, 107575. Bear in mind on the weekly we are stuck between the moving averages, okay? So there's the 155 EMA, and then you have the 30 and the 15 EMAs here. So we are stuck in between it. There's no real direction. When we're stuck like that, that is ranging. So on the weekly we are clueless. We actually don't know which direction we're going to go in. So I suppose we're waiting for the Feds and we're waiting for CPI. That's the two bits of data we're waiting for this week. So at the moment, let's get down to 3 hour. Remember, the 3 hour is your cue to hit the like button and drop us a comment, drop us a thumbs up. Just interact with the channel. It does help us a stack. So having a look at the 3 hour, this is sideways, as I said yesterday. Looking for confirmation before jumping into this. We are below the moving averages, and I hate jumping into a trend trade when I'm below the moving averages. So this is not really playing out for me at the moment. So you can see we're just we're just trading along this diagonal trend line here. And we'll have a look at this now on the hour, but there's definitely going to be a breakout level that's going to reveal itself. Now there are a couple. So this is the first one, and you can see there's two pin bars here already. Look at all the interaction with this level, and that level is 107700, and then the next interaction is going to be the high of yesterday. So the important part here is to have a look at the moving averages. They're still in bearish setup, but we are in amongst them at the moment. They're flat, okay? So they're not pointing down like they were here. They're kind of going all over the place. So they're crossed and down and everything else. We formed a higher low, so we've been forming lower lows all along, and then yesterday we formed a higher low. So at the moment, this could be the start of a rounding bottom. The next phase of this is to form a higher high, and that is the break above here, 107795, or probably 108. So if we drop down to the 50 minutes, which is what we want to be looking at from an intraday perspective, yesterday's view was a nightmare, and that is very true when we're trying to swing a trade, when we're trying to change direction. You can see above and below the moving averages, breakout, down, breakout, down. Look what's happened now. We're above the fast moving averages at the moment. We are also crossing over the 155. So everything is grouped together on the 15-minute. This is waiting for data. And I think CPI is today. The Feds are tomorrow. So this could be a setup that is brewing. And what you'd want to see is break of the structure. So this would be the first one, but just be wary of this one because I have a feeling this will be fast and furious. You'll probably reject off here, come back down. That would be your cue. Your stop area is going to be fairly wide with data. Don't know if that's going to be worth it, to be honest. That's not too bad. So that's 260 points below the swing low of yesterday. So that's kind of my stop area. But I think wait for the data, let the data play out, and then you can, you'll see the volatility. If it's good data, what the market's expecting, then you should see the dollar weaken. In other words, the euro strengthen. That means give us a squirt up, then a pullback onto some structure here, one of these two levels, and that is going to start building the base. So I'd be really keen to get a small position in here for an extended period of time. So in other words, let's treat this as the big move up. Let's treat this as the big pullback. Crossover, it's going to be volatile. Your first target area is going to be up here, to be honest. So 1082.43. Drop down, then you get above that. Then we're targeting each one of these tails here. But the nice thing about this is you're probably going to see move, pullback, build a base, move, pullback, build a base. So get a small position on, leave it, and then just keep adding to that position as it climbs back up. So that's kind of my view, but obviously we want to see a decent setup. So at the moment, this is not a decent setup. This is an attempt at a breakout of a flag. I want to see a much stronger move and then a bigger pullback to come and test it before I get convinced that this move is on. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of my view. Wait for the breakouts, wait for the retests, and then take it up to the next target, take my profit, and then wait for the next pullback. There should be a fairly decent, strong pullback. Wouldn't surprise me if that's during the Feds on Wednesday. So, sort of meander on up, and then the Feds, something in their speech will say, we'll drive us down, come and test this area, and then build a base from there again. That's kind of my view. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.